Hello, Dr. Groot here. We are about to start a guided practice together. If you haven't seen my video about how to play this piece, please go watch that first if you feel like you need to. For this video, I welcome you to grab your headphones, connect your speaker, grab your instrument, and get ready to play along. Before we get started, I want to be really clear about what this video is, and most importantly, what this video is not. In this video, we're going to go through basics of notes and rhythms. I might introduce some practice strategies, some aids, some things that might help you along, but the real work of problem solving is something that will take more than just this video. I'm hoping that this video can serve as a bit of a jumping off point to push you in the right direction. Basically making sure that you have all the right notes and all the right rhythms before you really embark on your practice journey. To learn more about how to really practice and how to really problem solve and improve on the pieces you're learning, I want to recommend two books. These books are both required reading for my students 10th grade and older. The first is Learn Faster, Perform Better, A Musician's Guide to the Neuroscience of Practicing by Dr. Molly Gebrian. The second book I recommend is called Practice Mind, The Complete Practice Model. This is by Alexander Miksik and Hans Jensen. You can also ask me directly if you have questions about things. I'm always happy to talk about it and just sort of chat about how to approach things. Without further ado, let's get started. All right, you got your instrument, ready to play? Good. We're going to start really slowly. Now, before you leave, don't discount slow practice. Slow practice is how we really encode this information. However, if this is just painfully slow and you can already play it much faster, feel free to skip ahead in the video. We're going to start by imagining that this metronome click is the 8th note, which means we will be counting 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and... Before we play it, though, I want to isolate two spots. The first spot that I want to isolate is measures 5 through 6. So go ahead and find that. Count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. In most editions, this is the beginning of the second line. Let's play two measures, measures 5 and 6. 1, 2, ready, go. Did you get it? Remember, on our E string, we have a space between all the fingers. We have a whole step between all these fingers, and that's going to have a low 1. Let's play this one more time. Ready, set, go. If you need to pause and play that a few more times on your own, please do. The next spot I want to isolate is that pesky C major arpeggio. This is in measure 10. Let's isolate that. 1, 2, measure 10. Let's play that again. 1, 2, ready, go. Make sure you're using your 4th finger for that E and try to keep your fingers down as much as possible. With arpeggios, they're a little different from scales, right? Because we're skipping notes, but when you skip notes, try to use your other fingers as a foundation to make that spacing really make sense in your hand. Now, before we actually play this at 8th note equals 60, we're going to do something just a little bit different. We're going to say the note name on one click and play the note on the next click. So let me demonstrate before we start. If I take the first measure, it'll sound like this. C, B, C, B, C, D, E, D. Again, if this is a little bit too slow for you, feel free to skip ahead. All right, we're going to go through. You got your instrument ready to go. Say it with me, play it with me, all right? 1, 2, ready, go. C, B, C, B, C, D, E, D, C, B, C, B, C, G, E, G, C, B, C, B, C, D, E, D, C, B, C, B, C, G, E, G, C, B, C, B, C, D, E, F, G, A, B, A, G, F, E, D, C, B, C, B, C, B, A, G, F, E, D, C, B, G, A, B, C, B, C, B, C, B, C, B, C, E, G, C, E, C, G, E, C, B, C, B, C, B, C, B, C, E, G, C, E, C, G, E, F, G, A, G, F, G, A, G, F, G, G, A, B, A, G, A, B, A, G, A, B, A, G, A, G, F, D, B, G, B, D, F, G, F, D, B, C, B, C, B, C, D, E, D, C, B, C, B, C, G, E, G, C, B, C, B, C, D, E, D, C, B, C, B, C, G, E, G, C, D, E, D, C, D, E, D, C, E, C, G, E, C, G, E, C, B, C, B, C, G, A, B, C. That just goes on forever because we're kind of the eighth note. Okay. Okay, good. Hope you're still with me. That was a lot of saying and playing, but good job. Now, if you struggled with that a little bit, try it without the video, without the metronome, just saying and playing on your own time. So not in tempo, that is, and then try putting that back. The point of saying the note name is it really reinforces what pitches we're playing, and it also helps us learn our fingerboard even better. Now, we're going to stop talking, thankfully, thankfully for my voice, and we're going to play just with the metronome. Now, before we go through and play it top to bottom with the metronome, we're going to add some imaginary rests in. So let me demonstrate. We're going to play 2 beats. Now these are the real beats, the real quarter notes, not the eighth note that we're hearing. So we'll be playing 4 notes and then a click from the metronome and then 4 notes again. Let me show you. Rest. 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 So this is really an eighth note rest every 4 eighth notes. What's the point of this? Why are we doing this? This rest gives us a little bit of time to catch up. It gives us a chance to reset. I found that when students try to play it without stopping, sometimes they'll just kind of get tied up in knots. But this really allows us to breathe just a moment before refocusing and continuing on. So let's try it this way. All right, so this is a single eighth note of rest after after 4 eighth notes, so every 2 beats. Make sure you're using your 4th fingers. Let's check our bow hold, everything looking good. Our left wrist is looking good. Check everything, shoulders nice and relaxed. Here we go. 1, ready, set, go. Rest. All right, good work. Now, we're going to keep adding a rest but instead of every 4 eighth notes, we're going to do it at the end of each measure. So we're going to play 8 notes and then have 1 click of rest, okay? Let's try that. 1, 2, ready, go. Best. Didn't add a rest between that last one. Okay, so now we're going to play through at this tempo without any rests. If you need to spend longer on those last 2 stages that we just did, that's totally fine. Feel free to come back to this point in the video once you feel comfortable with playing through with the rests. All right, here is the entire etude at 8th note equals 60. Ready? 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. at a point where if you've played it through and you feel like you're doing pretty well playing with me, I want you to pause the video, go grab your phone or computer or something to record yourself with. Record yourself playing at that tempo with a metronome, and then listen back. See if there's anything you notice. Are there any notes that aren't perfectly in tune? Are there any rhythms that are getting compressed? What are some things that you really like about it, about the way you played it? What are some things you think you could improve upon? Those things that you could improve upon, take this opportunity to isolate those spots and really work on them. I don't want this to turn into just rote repetition, even though that is kind of what I'm doing here. But take this moment to really analyze what you are doing. So you've been playing with me, now analyze what you are doing. All right, come back to me once you've done that. All right, now I want to increase the speed. I gotta be honest, when I'm practicing myself on stuff that is challenging to me, I increase the tempo by 2s. So I'll go 60, 62, 64, 66, 68, 70, just to be thorough. However, I don't really want this video to be like 5 hours long, so we're gonna go up by 5s. It's a little bit of a compromise. I thought of doing by 10s, but I still want this to be a useful play along. I don't want to go too fast. So we were playing at eighth note equals 60. Now we're going to play at eighth note equals 65. So let's play through at that tempo. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. Okay, now I'm going to do something a little bit different. Before we increase the tempo on this eighth note, I want us to play it double tempo. Now this may be like, whoa, what are you doing? This is crazy. But the killer for practicing is just getting in a rut and getting bored and just playing it so slowly and never breaking out in any way. This is going to break us out of that boredom, of that sort of drudgery of practicing, number one. Number two, when we practice something slowly that will one day go fast, we need to remind ourselves what that's going to feel like when it's at tempo. Because playing at a fast tempo feels different than playing at a slow tempo. We use a slightly different technique than we do at a slow tempo. So one thing that I like to do in my own practicing is to intersperse fast practice with slow practice. Now, here's the fundamental problem with that. Can't play it fast yet. We haven't worked it up. So we're going to add a rest every 2 beats. So that's every 4 notes. So we'll go ba, 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 rest. Ba, 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 rest. It'll sound like this. Rest. Rest. Like that. Okay? So now this metronome no longer equals eighth note, at least for a moment. It equals quarter note. Ready? 1 and 2 and ready, go. Rest. Rest. To 70 on the metronome. Guess what? We're going back to eighth note. So this is going to be eighth note equals 70, no breaks in there. So just as written, eighth note equals 70, 1 and 2 and ready and go and. Same thing we did before. We're going to double the tempo. So now this is quarter note equals 70. And we're going to add a rest after every 2 beats. So that's after 4 eighth notes, okay? 1, 2, 1, and 2, and 3, and 4, and rest. Rest. Back to the 8th note, no rests. 8th note equals 75. Here we go. 1, and 2, and 3, and 4, and. 75 with a rest every 4 notes. 1, 2, ready, go. We're back to the 8th note. Metronome is at 80 now. 8th note equals 80, no rests. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. right? You know the drill by now. Quarter note is the metronome with a rest. Ready, and go. Okay, 85, eighth note, no rests. 1 and 2 and ready and go and. So here is quarter note with a rest. 1, 2, and ready, go. Here is 90. Eighth note equals 90. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. With a rest. 1 and 2 and ready, go. Here's 95, eighth note, no rests. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. Now, quarter note with rests. And this is the last time we're going to do it quite this way. Okay? Quarter note with rests. 1